soft norms or soft law are not necessarily legally binding laws, but it's more important, however, in encouraging the good practices as well as better compliances with international standards and international law. This is why we engage with the UN Special Rapporteur on the rights to freedom of peaceful assembly and association to build and develop the social norms around the freedom of assembly and association. For example, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights or International Covenant on Political and Civil Rights do emphasize the fact that everyone has rights to associate freely. However, it doesn't yet elaborate what it means. So the reports, comments, and other statements that UN Special Rapporteurs does in this mandate actually help to build the social norms that elaborate some of the related issues around the rights to freedom of association. One example of the social norms that this UN Special Rapporteur on the rights to freedom of peaceful assembly and association has been able to develop is around the rights of organizations and associations to access resources. As you know, we've been seeing the last decade or so that many governments around the world are trying to limit the civil society to access the resources, financial resources, material resources, human resources from domestic, international, and foreign sources. Last year, 2013, he published a report to the Human Rights Council to articulate why the right to access the resources is a vital element to the freedom of peaceful assembly and association. He says that to exercise fully the rights to freedom of association, we need to have resources. We need the materials to carry out what we are set to do. So if we don't have access to, if we don't have the ability to seek resources, or receive funding, how can we fulfill our rights to exercise the freedom of assembly and association? So he was trying to make the soft norm that everyone actually have the rights to freely associate, but in order to do so, and in order to enjoy this, we need to have access to resources.